Everybody, I'm back. I know that was from a movie, but I can't think of the movie. But anyway, this is a blue stack of envelopes, and it's a lot of blue. Just like the other was a lot of pink, this is a lot of blue. I used a taupe-colored piece of lace to tie it up with. Big piece of lace, so you get all that fluffy goodiness. And then on this one, I used a blue stripe. These are the postcards, these two. I used the blue stripe, a big doily, some embroidered thingy. I can't think of what it is, but it's fabric. Thank you. A birdie here with some laces peeping out behind. And I didn't do anything to this. This is the natural aging. It's got some kind of stamping on this one. And then I put some of the matching napkin that I used throughout. This one has another birdie, and I used a piece of blue toile behind it and covered it with the taupe lace. And it's got different laces and a part of a crochet doily here. Another lace peeping out there. Little embellishment with the birdies. This is a little bit about birdies. On this, this is a napkin decoupaged, and I decoupaged it to a piece of embossed paper, and then I adhered it to where everything slips behind. And then I put some different fabrics here, and I used the gray rosettes this time, and then took some of these leaves from that napkin and put it on the outside. I sprayed it, painted it, sealed it, just went crazy. Again, a whole bunch of different fabrics here and laces, and a little heart thing to hold it together, paper clip. And going inside of this one, I don't know what we got. Ooh. Is that it? Okay. I've got one of those rose spools with some lace and piece of filigree. The safety pin is holding it on here. It's real pretty. Just a little pretty. This is an image of some gentleman probably on the streets of New York, and they're selling ices, not ices, ices. And this is, it's got to be in Britain, but this is, looks like Queen Alexandria, maybe. And I don't know, could that be the current Queen's mother? I don't remember. No, that's not the Queen Mother. That was, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, they're selling ices, which reminds me of in Sense and Sensibility. They use that, and I never knew what a icy. Yeah, I know what an icy is. I don't know what ices are. Never had them. Another lined piece of paper for extra writing has been inked up. Boy, I'm just in a rambling mood today. Can y'all tell? Another piece of lined paper with a collage. Some days are good and some days we're off. And today's an off day in the brain. Got another piece of faintly lined paper with some roses. All journaling cards in here. This is from a set that I used in a couple journals back. I made this set. It's just some faintly lined paper, and it's got coffee stained. And then another piece of lined paper. So this is a good journaling group in this envelope. Well, with a pretty image and something pretty to look at. And in that goes. And on top you go. Nope. I figured I'd catch in that lace. See if I can get it. There we go. Okay. This is, of course, done in the blues. I put some turquoise on it, but I used the napkin again. I just tore off different parts of it, and I embossed it, and then put a whole bunch of different fabrics here with the little piece that I cut out of that blue fabric that I had with some blue lace trim. And this is the other part of the napkin. And I put some different fabrics here with the gray flower. I think I used these gray rosettes throughout. And this one stays closed nicely, so I didn't use a pin to close it. A pin. There goes that brain. And in this one, it's got a little booklet with some lined paper on the inside. A pretty image of a lady watering her plants. It says Miss Lily Elsie, I think. So, it's a vintage picture with some lace. This is, again, one of these very fragile. I can't stress to y'all enough, be careful with these because, you know, when you open them up, be very delicate. You know, don't like you would a regular piece of paper. Take your time and be gentle because these are old. Well, look, you can get a twin size bed for $59. The nightstand is $15.95. I tell you, if it was like that, we could. The complete set, 7 pieces, $169.95. There you go. So it's a vintage piece, and I did tape it in the creases to give it a little bit more stability. And, you know, people used to do that all the time, which I always thought was cool. This is a vintage piece of newspaper. It's got, well, the current year, 1972, 74 for the new cars. So there you have it. It's just the classified section of automobiles. Maybe somebody who had this was thinking about getting a new car. And then I put an extra piece of this old vintage paper, and it is, again, it's taped. Be careful. It's different tablecloths. Pretty tablecloth with easy to clean plastic in gay color designs, $1 to $4.69. Get them for $1 a piece. You can't do that nowadays unless you go into the dollar store, isn't that right? And that's probably what it is. I don't remember. Mother took care of all that stuff when I was a kid, and I didn't pay a bit of attention. Except for when I ate on it for supper. This is another envelope. This has got a nice little textured feel going on here. Some laces and some different fabrics up under. A little bit of stamping. Pretty birdie. That's a napkin decoupage. And I put it on the back and just did some stamping. And going on inside of this, I've got a little miniature bag with a little piece of French and a little patch I like to make from time to time. But it's a bag that you can store things in. This got a pretty market scene here. And a piece of paper with some kind of figures on it. It came from a book I have. I did scan this, so that's not the real deal. I do use it, but I use it on my pages. Another pretty image here. A little mini booklet, 2011. There you go. Different papers in there. Got a torn piece of paper here, like a little snippet, and then I just added a paper clip with some different fabrics and yarns and gauze. No, cheesecloth. Some lined paper here. And this is a guest check. And you've got a tuck spot up under it in case you wanted to. Let's put you there. That's cute. Yeah. And then a pocket with part of a crochet doily and 3 mini tags I left blank. So you might want to use them for something, or you may want to write on them for part of your journaling. And then, of course, you have the lined part of the guest check on the back. I'm not going to make y'all watch me put that back in there. I've got a real pretty piece of fat ribbon. This is ribbon. I know I had it in my stash, and I put like a safety pin here and a little bitty blue pearl with a part of a crochet doily, and this is napkin decoupage. And on the back, more napkin decoupage and different fabrics and a flower with a little white rosette that I just kind of daubed the ink dauber on. And this was the natural inside of the envelope, and I figured blue. Okay, so I inked it a little bit and stamped on it, but other than that, I just left it as it was. And we have a vintage picture of a cute little boy. I don't know what that is he's holding. Coffee dyed paper there. This I really like. This could have been a gentleman that was dating her, you know. Albert, there's no way I can say that. It looks Wolfen. It's done in Berlin, so he's obviously German, but I thought, you know, that might be his girl. And I grouped it together with several different kinds of papers for extra writing. And I thought that was kind of neat together. And over here is an assortment of fabrics with part of a crochet doily. Just different pretty fabrics. I think that's what I used on that book I just showed y'all last video, or video before that, with a piece of ephemera to the back. And then I put some, this is part of a kit that I made, and it's got, but because it has the blue and the sepias, I thought it would be real pretty in this collection, so, and that. And then the last one, of course, has got the big journal in it. And I used a whole bunch of different fabrics here and a rosette. And that is a napkin. It's been stained and coffee dyed and inked. And there's the gray rosette with different fabrics and different fabrics up here. It's got a heart paper clip to hold it. And on the inside, real pretty. It's a good sized journal. It's got the blue to match with the different fabrics, and then I matched it with the gray rosette. And this is part of a tablecloth that I got at a estate sale, and I backed it with a piece of cardstock that was like a world map because I liked the blues and the pinks coming through and the yellows. So I really wanted, you know, these areas in here where you can see through. I really wanted that to work. And on the inside, you got a place to put things. Am I going to admit that I forgot to tuck something in there? Not today. Got some blue lace running down here. Part of a German book page. Lots of different paper sizes. That's part of the napkin that I used over here. Excuse me. I stitched it in blue. Look at that contrast. Isn't that yummy? This is part of a catalog page. It's almost like newspaper, but it could be. I don't know. Different fabrics here with the stitching. Got a pocket here. Boy, did I mess up today. Got a pocket here with nothing in it. I'll put something in there, though. Again, different size pages. Part of the napkin. Pretty edge there. Just different sizes, different things. Another piece of that German book page. And this is a piece of sky blue ribbon. And then I just stitched over it. And imagine that. This has got some fuzzies on it. This is part of a dinner napkin. And I stitched around it. And then put that little piece of crochet doily there. Some more of that ribbon. German book page. Ephemera. Just something pretty blue. No decoupage napkin there. These to me are the fun journals. I love them. I love all the uneven pages. Part of a German book page again with a piece of ephemera. Some blue lace running down the side there. And another empty pocket. Well, I just didn't stuff this one at all. But I'm not admitting that today, right, folks? That's right. So I'm going to leave this out so I will be able to... now, I didn't put a tie closure on it or anything. It stays nice and flat all by its little self. So I just left it as is and just really put some pretties on the cover. I don't know if the camera will pick up, but it's got embroidery on it too. And then I let some of the pages just stick out a little bit. And I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me this Friday. I appreciate each and every one of you that watch my videos and leave comments and all kinds of stuff. Thank you so much. And I don't know if I'm going to make it back. I think I have one more to do. So I'll check on that and see you shortly. Bye-bye, everybody.